Doctor, thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Welcome to Miami-Dade College.
I know, but thank you so much for making the time.
No, awesome.
Dr. Pumariega, first and foremost, thank you so much for giving us the time to talk to us. I think it's important that we as a city get to know a little bit more about you. We've seen all of the announcements you've made alongside the mayor. We're extremely proud of you. And to continue to celebrate Women's History Month, we said, you know what, we have to sit down with her. We have to get to know her a little bit more. So thank you for that.
No, thanks for being here. Welcome to Miami-Dade College. Bienvenido.
Thank you. How has it been? I was thinking the other day, I can't even fathom how it is to be the first female president of a college this important. And to us as a city, it's the one institution, I wouldn't say the most important one, but let's say one of the most important ones within city limits. How has your life changed ever since you got appointed?
Well, I love that question, and I love to say we're the community's college. Because you're right, we have wonderful other colleges and universities, and we all make up a very strong ecosystem that we need, but we're the community's college. And that's because we're in every household. Either someone's come to Miami-Dade College, somebody works at Miami-Dade College, or they do business with Miami-Dade College. And that really speaks to how my life has changed. I was a student at Miami-Dade College. My mom, when she came from Cuba, came to Miami-Dade College. My cousins, it's personal for me. And to come back home and be able to, in a sense, you know, like LeBron said, bring my talents back and to a community that I love, to a community that raised me, and to help our community raise our children, to make sure that they stay here. And just like the mayor, that one day they see themselves running to be the mayor of Miami, that one day they see themselves to be the president of Miami-Dade College. That's the work. And I think that as large as we are, we're still like a family inside. And that's true, I know, for the city.
Of course it is. It's a family affair everywhere you go. When you were a student yourself, where you were moving through the ranks to get to where you are right now, did you ever think in one of these hallways that you wanted to be the president of the college? Did it ever cross your mind?
Not really. And like everyone says, oh, this was your dream job. It's my dream job to make a difference. But I don't think I was never in any position saying, oh, when I become the president. Really, when I was a student, I never thought I would be back at the college to work at the college. And then when I started working at the college, I remember becoming a dean. And I thought, oh my God, this is like Hialeah becomes a dean at a college. And then I became the campus president on this campus right here in downtown Miami, in the heart of the city. And I thought for sure that was it. But to come back and be the college president, understand what the college has meant to the city, and what it's meant to our community, from the first president, you know, to President Williams in 1960 that established the North Campus. Think about our community in 1960, right? To President, you know, Masico, who had a vision to come downtown. When this campus in the city of Miami was built, downtown didn't have 22 buildings going up right now.
The skylines did not look anything.
No skyline whatsoever. I think the only place that had the lights on was the college, right? And then another campus that we have right in the heart of the city is in Little Havana. And when Dr. Padron said we're going to make that a campus, and it became the Inter-American campus because it was to serve Little Havana. So it's really a privilege to be back and be the president and help make a difference.
So you mentioned you're from Hialeah. You have Cuban roots. I'm Dominican, and I know how Caribbeans can be and how your parents basically shape who you're going to become. How will you describe your relationship with your mother, your dad? I heard that she would always tell you education is the one thing that no one can take away from you. How does that resonate with you?
You know, Cubans and Dominicans are cousins. So, you know, we're all cousins, right?
Yeah, we are.
And
two wings from one bird.
That's exactly right. So, you know, I was raised in a very Hispanic family, right? Frijoles and big pampung. And, right, you know. I don't know that we sat and said, you have to eat your vegetables. You have to eat el arroz y los frijoles. That was it, right? So, you know, my mom was a teacher, so she really instilled in us the power of education. Going to school with her and helping her in her classroom or check papers. And my dad in banking, he just finished a 50-year career in banking. And really all of his banking was like in the city of Miami when I think about it, starting with Southeast Bank and then now most recently with, went to Sabadell, Iberia Bank. Think about community banks.
Right.
And my dad was a community banker. So I think the fusion of education and community comes from both of them.
Those roots are very deep in there.
And I think like every teenager out there today, you always have dynamic relationships with your parents. It's they're passionate about something and you're passionate about something else. But I think what happens as you get older is you understand what the sacrifices they made, how no one gets to a position like this alone.
Yeah.
And no one stays in a position like this alone.
They say it takes a village.
Takes a village. To my family that helped me get here, to my cousins who always keep it real and honest. We have a nickname, we call each other La Sangre. And then the in-laws that have married on are pegaditos. So
they're just glued there.
They're just glued, right? But I think that makes us, who we are, that close-knit family that I grew up, and I try to do that at the college, is to be like a close-knit family too.
And you mentioned earlier teenagers, and when I read about you and when I said we have to talk to her, because I have a daughter, you have a daughter, Alyssa, who's lovely. Miranda is my daughter, she's 6. And to whom is given, much is, you have to put in the work. You have to, what is your message to the little girls and the women like me who are working mothers, who have a lot of challenges, but that see you and go, oh my gosh, if she did it, I could too.
That, right? I think number one, I want to say is you're enough. As women, we put this extraordinary pressure on ourselves to look pretty enough, to be good enough, to balance. And I would say is one, you're pretty enough, you're smart enough, you're good enough, you're enough. And when we come from that place, I think that we then serve as a model for other girls and for our daughters, right? I've always said, our daughters don't need successful mothers, they need happy mothers.
Yes.
And being happy means being okay with who you are and being present in wherever you're doing. If you're at work, doing the best you can. If you're at home, doing the best you can.
But how do you do it? Like, I got up today at 5 and I felt so tired. And I said, but I got to go interview Dr. Pumariega. I need the energy. What time do you get up? How do you keep going? Your day must be like 14 hours, 16 hours. I'm excited. I think that when you do what you're passionate about what you do. You love what you do. You love the communication. Could do it every day for free.
You could do it every day for free. So while you might be tired, you get excited about what the day brings. And I think that's how I see the day, and it just, I don't worry so much. I don't count the hours, but I really count the quality of the day, the people I get to meet you. And yesterday it was really a day that I met a lot of students, and I ended up being together with students. And those days I could go forever, right? They give you the energy.
How nice on International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your vision, your plans. There's a lot going on. I've seen the headlines, the announcements. Tell us a little bit about what has happened ever since you got appointed till now, and what it is that you envision the college 5-10 years from now.
It's been an exciting year. I think alongside the mayor, the mayor tweeted out, how can I help? And it was, I think, like 2 weeks later after I was named president. So I feel we're kindred spirits from before, but we've kind of been on this journey of elevating, being the capital of the capital. Him with Bitcoin and crypto, and me making sure we have the human capital and the talent. So I think that's an important part, that the college be the bridge between talent and opportunity and building more partnerships like with SoftBank, IBM, all of the different partnerships that we've been able to announce this past year, everything we're doing around artificial intelligence. It's going to change the way that we work and play and learn and travel and all of that. We launched MDC Tech High School with the mayor because we think, how do we get students into those pathways earlier so that we can meet the moment and the momentum and the movement that we're seeing here. And so I think that's an important vision forward. And I've said, how do we modernize the college? The college is amazing. Academic excellence, innovation, a culture of care. But I think that we're convenient. 100% we offer classes in the morning, at night, weekends, everything else. You and I and our daughters want personalization.
Yep.
The truth is, how do we modernize all of our systems so that when you're engaging with the college, it's personal. You feel that we know you and we care about you in a digital platform as well as when you walk onto one of our campuses. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited about what we're doing around healthcare. Tech and healthcare right now are so hot in terms of folks that if they come to the college can get a job, and we're expanding nursing and EMT programs as well. And that's going to help the city.
So awesome, so exciting. And like you said, it'll be part of your legacy, I think, to avoid the so-called brain drain or our talent going somewhere else. What better way to make sure that that doesn't happen, and also making sure that now with the whole digital reality that some of those steps, procedures can get done from a smartphone. Thank you so much for everything we're doing together, for everything that you're bringing to the table. We couldn't be prouder of you, and we hope we continue all our partnerships, the city and Miami-Dade College.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.